channel and turn down the sound.
We're in Africa, and war in the Middle East.
Oh, that's not news. War here, war there, war everywhere. I'm getting battle fatigue, and I haven't been anywhere near a battlefield.
We visited my sister and brother-in-law last winter.
Oh, Sammy. My Sammy. Why can't anyone get along?
Like us, lovebirds.
Sweethearts.
Yummy heads! Yum, yum, yum! We're like newlyweds still, after 36 years of marriage.
Plus 5 months, 9 days, and 6 hours.
And 12 minutes.
Would you mind, my one and only, moving the TV a smidge? I'm getting a reflection from the outside.
For you, I'd move the earth. If I had a backhoe and knew how to use it.
Sammy.
Voila! No more glam.
What else is on?
Oh, that bloody warmonger is still on the rampage in Europe.
It's not a war, Sam, honey. It's an incursion.
So, sweetie, the one in the South China Sea is an incursion. The one in Europe is a special military operation. The one in Central America is a conflict. The one in South America is a rebellion. And the one in Australia is a police action. And here we have war in Africa.
Weren't you just on that channel?
No, that was West Africa. This channel has the war in East Africa. At least that's a just war.
No war is just. War is just
Necessary. At times.
How can you say that?
Sometimes you have to fight for what's right. No matter what.
Not if it means losing a
Football, my darling.
Too much violence, my one and still only.
How about hockey?
Worse.
Oh, boxing. No, right?
Yes.
Is that a yes to boxing or a yes to the no?
Give that. Another school shooting. Another cop shooting. Another gang shooting. Oh. Another comic superhero movie shooting. Set in Death Valley on location. Well, at least that makes sense. Sort of.
Try China 131. They show old westerns.
Nothing with guns.
What's your policy on arrows?
Can't you see I'm fraught?
I thought it was indigestion from your stuffed peppers.
Hardy har har, not funny.
So you've told me more than one occasion these past 36 years, 5 months, 9 days, 6 hours, and 13 minutes.
I can't take the barrage, the onslaught, the sensory assault.
How about the nature channel?
Yes, something calming. Busy buzzing bees, pollinating flowers, or a litter of newborn puppies licking a little boy's face. Oh no, get it away. A lion is devouring a wildebeest.
Oh, look, it's a documentary about the Civil War. I know it has guns, but there's no actual footage. Just some old photographs and a pleasant soundtrack with fiddles.
Okay. But you know, we're not supposed to call it the Civil War anymore. Ever since you know who did you know what, it's officially the war between the states.
Well now, little missy, back where I come from, that's what it always was.
Not that any war should be called civil. Maybe we'd be better off if it was. I mean, then the two opposing parties would sit down to tea, share their culturally appropriate favorite dessert, talk about the weather, and complain about their ailments. Unfortunately, uncivil is the reality.
You know, if the woke would just go back to sleep, we'd all be better off.
Don't start with that.
I'm not starting anything. But if you want, you can call the war between the states the lost cause, or the late unpleasantness.
As opposed to the latest unpleasantness. Make that plural. Unpleasantnesses.
Now, Cupcake, don't you start with that.
I'm not starting anything, sweet pea.
I think you're starting to start.
Tell me about starting up.
Well, I can tell that you want to.
Please. After 36 years of marriage.
Oh, don't forget the 5 months, 9 days, 6 hours, and 14 minutes.
You still can't tell what I want. Don't tell me about what you can tell. Why, you can barely tell the time even after the clock strikes the hour.
Now you are starting, Mrs. Tate.
No siree, Mr. Tate. I was starting. I might say something like, why is it after all these years together, after all the times I've asked nicely, explained my rationale, then pleaded, and finally harangued you until I'm blue in the face, do you still forget to put the toilet seat down after you pee?
Okay, it's not like
I mean, that's what I might say if I was starting up. And then I might add, you're such an animal. You swallow, leave more food on your chest every meal than can feed a family in Bangladesh for a week.
That's a good start. Now, if I was starting with you, I might say, you have no respect or regard for the needs of others.
Meaning you.
Yes, meaning me. I've come to accept the sad reality that I only get to use 1/16 of the countertop in the bathroom. But I should not have to wade through a sea of wet brassieres to get to the shower.
So I don't have to pick up your dirty socks.
So don't.
Well, they're not going to walk to the laundry basket by themselves.
They just might. You never put the TV clicker back where it belongs, shut off a light when you leave the room, or load the dishwasher properly. Even after I drew up a schematic illustration, laminated it, and hung it on the door of the dishwasher.
That was a stupid place to put your drawing. How am I supposed to read it after I open the door and pull out the rack?
Oh, so I'm stupid. Well, you're rude. If you're not on the phone with your friends, you're...
At least I have friends.
Because you never made any attempt to try to like mine.
What was there to like?
Oh, and if you're not talking to your friends, you're texting them, even during dinner.
That's because you have nothing to say.
Because you don't listen.
Oh, I hear you all right. Especially your snoring.
I have a condition.
Oh. Sometimes I push you and punch you to get you to stop. Other times I just want to take my pillow.
Oh, there have been plenty of times I've wanted to take my pillow and do the same to you. 36 years.
5 months, 9 days, 6 hours.
And 16 minutes.
You're such a pig.
You're an ass.
You pick your nose when you think no one is looking.
You set the scale 5 pounds light.
Well, you fart.
So do you.
Not out loud. You suck your teeth.
You let the water run when you brush your teeth.
You leave your coffee cups all over the house.
You never separate the plastics and the metals into their proper recycling bins.
What a yutz.
Harpy,
Dork.
shrew,
Putz.
bitch.
I always hated your mother.
I always hated your mother. You voted for the wrong person. I don't like your stand on immigration. You got your head up your ass about unchanged. It was your fault.
Dare you? Go to hell.
So, that's not...
Don't you dare say it!
I won't. If you won't.
Of course I won't. You should know that by now.
I know that. Sophie, after all these years, still I need it to make sense, and it doesn't!
And I know that, too.
Oh. I miss him terribly.
How can we not? Come, my Samala. Sit down.
I will. You'll sit next to me?
I will. First, how about a cup of tea? Can I get you a piece of cheesecake?
I think I prefer a piece of pecan pie.
Why not have both, my dear?
Quite the temptress, my darling. I'll have to work it off later. Maybe we can have one of our long walk and talks.
Weather report is 70 degrees and sunny.
Oh, thank God. The rain is murder on my knees.
Why don't you try my Celebrex? It worked wonders on the arthritis in my hands. What should we watch?
Whatever you want, yummy head.
Definitely no more war.
No, I've had enough of that for today.
How about that new show about the old married couple?
Perfect. You read my mind.
After 36 years
5 months, 9 days, 6 hours.
and 19 minutes. And still
Counting.